We're starting a new series on compact carpet cleaners, and today I'm happy to be testing and reviewing the Hoover Powerdash FH50700. It's small, it's super inexpensive, and people seem to love it. So links in the description for current prices, and let's get started. As far as I understand it, these new smaller carpet cleaners are for people who mostly need a carpet cleaner for the little messes their pets make and don't really plan on using it for larger areas. So it's kind of like a spot cleaner, except you don't have to get on your hands and knees and scrub like crazy to get the stains out. It's light at about 12 pounds empty or 17 pounds full of water, which is really light for a carpet cleaner, and I found it fairly easy to assemble. To use it, you basically just add hot tap water to the water line on the clean water tank and the solution to the solution line. You put the bottle back in the holster, turn it on, and start cleaning. You push the trigger, which sprays the solution onto the carpet. You generally want to make a pass or two while spraying the solution, followed by several passes without the trigger pressed to suck up the water from the carpet. With our cleaning test, we applied Georgia red clay to a thick medium pile carpet, along with red wine vinegar, green vegetable juice, bacon grease, and barbecue sauce. I let it dry for almost 24 hours and vacuumed up the remainder. I should also say that I did not pre-treat any of these stains, but only used the basic shampoo that came with it in order to best judge the actual performance of the machine. But Hoover recommends pre-treating any actual pet stains with their pre-treatment spray, which is not included in the box, but I will link in the description as well. Okay, so after 4 passes, 2 with water and 2 without, here are the results. It's actually much better than I expected at this point, as it cleared most of the stains directly in its path, not perfectly, but close. I did almost run out of solution on that first test, so I refilled the tanks twice more. 1 tank just for the clay stain and 1 tank for the multiple stain row. And the results were pretty striking. Again, not perfect, but getting results this good with stains this tough without any pre-treatment means that it should be able to tackle any pet stains with ease, especially if you are using pre-treatment. So we know about the pros for the Hoover Powerdash. It's cheap, it's lightweight, it's easy to store and set up, and it cleans remarkably well. But let's look at the cons. The main thing I don't like is that it's not easy to clean, and carpet cleaners really need to be cleaned after each use. Part of the problem is that while one part of the cleaner head snaps off, the main components can't be easily accessed to be cleaned without removing several screws and even removing the brush from the belt. It's not easy to do, and even harder to put back together. And even if someone did do all that, there's still a section that cannot be removed or accessed that really does need to be cleaned. So you really need to take some extra time and energy to properly clean the Powerdash. Another con is somewhat obvious. The water tank is small, about 3/4 of a gallon. It was just enough for a light cleaning of this 5x7 rug, but if you're trying to clean the whole house with this, it will take a lot of filling the clean water and a lot of emptying the dirty water, and you won't like it much if you bought it for large jobs. Another con is that it doesn't have a hose or any attachments. This isn't really a big deal because, as I said, it's doing what a spot cleaner does, just without all the bending and scrubbing, so good riddance to hoses, right? But it can be an issue if you expect to use this on upholstery or stairs because it's just not made for that. It may be nitpicky, but the clean water tank was way too tall for a shallow sink, and I suspect too large even for medium depth sinks. So either kitchen sinks or bathtubs might be the best bet for most people, which could be an issue depending on where you'll be using it, because you probably will need to refill it often. I should also mention that in terms of dry time, it really depends on how much water you have to use. The rug, which I used about 3/4 of a tank on, was dry the next day, but the carpet with the stains, which I used basically 3 tanks on in a small area, is still quite wet more than 24 hours later. So I do like the concept of the Hoover Powerdash, a small, lightweight, very inexpensive carpet cleaner for pet stains that eliminates the scrubbing you find with spot cleaners. And yes, the Powerdash does the job, but the difficult cleanup is a concern for me, and I'm very interested to see if the next small carpet cleaner in this series does any better with this. Links in the description, and be sure to subscribe to Vacuum Wars to find out who wins this mini-series on mini carpet cleaners. Thanks for watching.